April 18th, 1938, the most important day in comic book history. At this point, DC had existed for about 3 years, and 1 year ago they had became DC with the release of Detective Comics number 1. Joe Shuster and Jerry Siegel had worked at DC for a while now, and they had created many iconic and amazing and thoughtful and strong characters at the company. Dr. Occult, Slam Bradley, Bart the Spy, Steve Carson, and I think a couple others. But today, they wouldn't create a good character. They wouldn't create a great character. They wouldn't even create an amazing character. They would create the most important character in all of fiction, Superman. Hello, I'm Rhinohorn7, and I am working on reading every DC comic ever released by reading 10 a day. And today I will be reading Action Comics number 1. This will transfer us through eras almost. Technically, everything I've been reading has been part of the golden age of comic books. However, with Superman, we enter the golden age of superheroes. Before that, I call it the pre-golden age. Even though it is the golden age of comic books, it's before the golden age of superheroes. And now, with Superman, we now enter the golden age of superheroes with Action Comics number 1. So let's read. As a distant planet was destroyed by old age, a scientist placed his infant son within a hastily devised spaceship, launching it towards Earth. When the vehicle landed on Earth, a passing motorist, discovering the sleeping baby within, turned the child over to an orphanage. Attendants, unaware the child's physical structure was millions of years advanced of their own, were astounded at his feats of strength. When maturity was reached, he discovered that he could easily leap 1/8 of a mile, hurdle a 20-story building, raise tremendous weights, run faster than an express train, and that nothing less than a bursting shell could penetrate his skin. Early, Clark decided he must turn his titanic strength into channels that would benefit mankind, and so was created Superman, champion of the oppressed, the physical marvel who had sworn to devote his existence to helping those in need. A scientific explanation of Clark Kent's amazing strength. Kent had come from a planet whose inhabitants' physical structure was millions of years advanced of our own. Upon reaching maturity, the people of his race became gifted with titanic strength. Incredible? No, for even today on our world exist creatures with super strength. The lowly ant can support weights hundreds of times its own. The grasshopper leaps what to man would be the space of several city blocks. Obviously in this creation, all he can do is run fast, jump, has super strength, and impenetrable skin. He doesn't have the laser eyes, the X-ray vision, the freeze breath, flight. Those will all come later on. But it's still cool to see it's so cool to see his beginnings. He doesn't have the Kents yet, even though he is called Clark Kent. The Ma and Pa don't exist yet. He was just raised in an orphanage, I suppose. A tireless figure races through the night. Seconds count. Delay means forfeit of an innocent life. The governor's estate finally is reached. Make yourself comfortable. I haven't time to attend to it. What do you mean by knocking this hour of the night? I must see the governor. It's a matter of life and death. See him in the morning. I'll see him now. This is a legal entry. I'll have you arrested. Answer my question. Are you going to take me to the governor? No, I won't. Then I'll take you to him. Help! Help! Yes, this is the governor's sleeping room. Don't think you're going to get away with his outrage. It's locked. Yes, and made of steel. Try and knock this door down. It was your idea. He's funny, dude. He tells jokes. What's the meaning of this? Evelyn Curry is to be electrocuted in 15 minutes for murder. I have proof here of her innocence. A signed confession. Believing the governor menaced by a madman, the butler produces a concealed weapon. Reach for the ceiling, quick! Put that toy away. I warn you, take another step and I'll shoot. And he shoots, and guess what? The bullet ricochets off Superman's tough skin. This is no time for horseplay. Don't you realize I'm proof she's innocent and you alone can save her? Let me see those papers. Hurry, connect me with the penitentiary. Stop! The governor has pardoned her. Thank God, I told you I was innocent. He's gone, disappeared. Yes, but there's a note he left, sir. You'll find the real murderer is bound and delivered on the lawn of your estate. Next morning, as Kent leaves for the newspaper upon which he works as a reporter. Have you heard? The Curry girl is innocent. Let me see the paper. Good, I'm not mentioned. Miles away in the governor's private chamber. Gentlemen, I still can't believe my senses. He is not human. Thank heaven, he's apparently on the side of law and order. The Daily Star office is reached. It was not called the Daily Planet yet. That wouldn't be for... It would be changed to the Daily Planet pretty soon. I think in like 8 issues or something. You wanted to see me? Yes, be seated. Did you ever hear of Superman? What? Reporters have been streaming in that a fellow with gigantic strength named Superman actually exists. I'm making it your steady assignment to cover these reports. Think you can handle it, Kent? Listen, Chief, if I can't figure out anything about Superman, no one can. Hurry up, Kent. A phone tip. Wife beating at 211 Court Avenue. I'm on my way. At 211 Court Avenue. Hold it. What do you want? Don't get tough. This is putting mildly the treatment you're going to get. You're not fighting a woman now. You asked for it. With a sharp snap of the blade that breaks upon Superman's tough skin. And now you're going to get a lesson you'll never forget. Fainted. Hearing police sirens, Superman hurriedly donned street clothes over his uniform. It would be just as too bad if they searched me. What are you doing here? Hello, Captain. I arrived to find the place like this. Looks as though our friend Superman has dropped in to pay a visit. What do you say to, date night, Lois? I suppose I'll give you a break for a change. That night. Why is it always you avoid me at the office? Please, Clark, I've been scribbling sob stories all day long. Don't ask me to dish out another. Nice looking dame there, eh? Guess I'll cut in. Wait, Butch. Suppose her escort doesn't like it. So what? If he gets nasty, I'll push his face in. This is gonna be good. I said run along, I'm cutting in. But this is not a robber's dance. Trying to get flip? Move quick if you know what's good for ya. Clark, are you going to stand for this? Reluctant, Clark adheres to his role of weakling. Be reasonable, Lois. Dance with that fellow and then we'll leave right away. You can stand and dance with him if you wish, but I'm leaving now. Yeah, you'll dance with me and like it. Why, you... Good for you, Lois. Lois, don't! Fight, you weak-livered polecat. Really, I have no desire to do so. Wait, Lois! But Lois, you asked me earlier in the evening why I avoid you. I'll tell you why now. Because you're a spineless, unbearable coward. Let's get out of here. I'll show that skirt she can't make a fool out of Butch Mason. A few minutes later, a hidden figure observes Butch and his fellow hoodlums leave the roadhouse. Butch forces Lois's taxi into a ditch. All over there. Let me go. Get in that car and shut up. What burns me up is that I let her yellow boyfriend get off so easy. Well, maybe you two may meet again. Then I hope it'll be soon. Hey, watch out. Someone's standing on the road ahead of us. Watch me scare him out of his wits. Look out, you'll hit him. Superman hurtles over the oncoming auto. Butch, step on the gas, he's chasing after us. It's the devil himself. Butch's car leaps forward like a released rocket, but is easily overtaken by Superman. Dun dun dun. The occupants of the car are shaken out, and the car itself smashed to bits. Superman overtakes Butch in one spring. Just a minute, Butch. Do you mind? This will take but a few seconds. Get me off of here. Okay, I'll cut you loose. Don't. You needn't be afraid of me. I won't harm you. Bearing Lois in his arms, Superman heads towards the city, depositing her upon its outskirts. I'd advise you not to print this little episode next morning. But I tell you, I saw Superman last night. Are you sure it wasn't pink elephants you saw? Lois treats Clark colder than ever. I'm sorry about last night. Please don't be angry with me. Clark receives an assignment. Kent, the front page is getting so dull, I've even got to headline card games. There's a war going on in a small South American republic, San Monte. And to stir up news, I'm sending you down there as a correspondent. Take along a camera and try to send back some good shots with your articles. Kent takes a train, not toward San Monte, but to Washington, D.C. In the capital city, he attends a session of Congress sitting in the gallery. Is that Senator Barrow speaking? Yes. Upon leaving the Senate chambers, Clark snaps a picture of a furtive man speaking swiftly to his Senator Barrows. When can I see you? I told you never to speak to me in public. My home, tonight at 8:30. At the morgue of a local newspaper. Who's the chap speaking to Senator Burrows? Why, that's Alex Greer, the slickest lobbyist in Washington. No one knows what interests back him. 8:30 p.m. Outside Senator Barrow's residence, an eavesdropper listening in on an interesting conversation. I've told you to avoid me in public. What would people think if they knew I had anything to do with you? Quit sputtering. I had to see you. Tell me, do you think you'll succeed in pushing the bill through? There's no doubt about it. The bill will be passed before its full implications are realized. Before any remedial steps can be taken, our country will be embroiled with Europe. Fine. We'll take care of you financially for this. I suppose you're going to be well taken care of yourself? You bet he will. Upon leaving Burrows, Greer is confronted by Superman. Who is behind you in corrupting Senator Burrows? I don't know what you're talking about. So you're one of those silent men, eh? We'll see whether you talk. Let go of my hand. Your foot will do just as well. Stop, we'll be electrocuted. No, we won't. Birds sit on telephone wires and they aren't electrocuted. Not unless they touch a telephone pole and are grounded. Oops, almost touched that pole. Look, the Capitol. Let's pay it a visit. Take me down, take me down. What a magnificent view. Help, help. I wonder if we could jump all the way to that building. No, don't. Despite Greer's frenzied protests, Superman leaps out into the night. Missed! Doggone it! And so begins the startling adventures of the most sensational strip character of all time, Superman. That's not boasting. That's not, it's not selfish. It's not being so confident that you think you're going to be the greatest. That is just being right. The most sensational strip character of all time. If almost any other character had said that, you would laugh. You'd say, haha, that's not happening, buddy. You're not that good. You're not that important. But then Superman became one of the most important characters in all of fiction. And if you don't believe me, you're wrong. In this strip, superheroes, there were a couple superheroes before Superman, yes. But without Superman, superheroes as they are would not exist. They would not be nearly as popular as they are now. Superman, here we have this concept of a secret identity. Well, probably not the first time it appears, it's the most important time it appears. We have some of his powers introduced for the first time. We introduce Lois Lane, and some people want to claim Lois Lane isn't important to Superman. She's one of the most she's almost as important as Superman to Superman. We have the introduction of the Daily Planet, even if it is called the Daily Star. We have Clark Kent's job. We have Clark Kent introduced in this issue. We have Superman's, he cares about oppressed people and wants to defend them. He wants to defend the people who can't defend themselves. We have so many things that make Superman introduced right here in Action Comics #1, 1938. Wow. It's amazing. It's amazing. It was fun. It was good to read. And now we move on to the rest of Action Comics. And rather than read the rest of Action Comics, I'm going to read them now, and I'm going to talk about them as I would any other issue or strip. And I'm just gonna do a review of the rest of Action Comics. So I'll be right back, and I'll see you then. I have now finished Action Comics #1, and let me say, it's pretty good. It's probably the best DC book so far. So obviously we have Superman, which is amazing. Superman's just great. Superman's great. We also have introduced in this book another superhero, Zatara, the father of who would eventually become Zatanna. A very popular superhero, I think, a magician. And Zatara also uses backward speaking spells in this issue, so that's introduced here, and that's cool. Some other things, the Zatara issue was cool. There was a cowboy story about a guy named Chuck. That was fun. There was a boxer called Pep Morgan. I really liked that one. And overall, I thought it was a very good first issue. I think it introduced a lot of interesting characters, and it was fun. It's the best so far. It's the best book so far, with Detective Comics in second. More Fun Comics, New Adventure Comics, sorry, and then final place, obviously, Feature Funnies. But yeah, Action Comics number 1 is pretty good. So, now, we move on to whatever the next is, which I think is Detective Comics. So, see you there. Hi, it's me again. It's been a few hours, actually, but I'm recording again to talk about the rest of the issues that I've now read. Okay. Now that I have read Action Comics number 1, considering everything I've read leading up to this, it is very clear to me why Superman became so popular so quickly. How do I put this? Everything before him kind of sucked. I'm not gonna say it sucked. It didn't suck. There was a lot of good stuff. Sirloin of Beef, Slam Bradley, of course, Dr. Occult, amazing. Sandra of the Secret Service, I liked it. Don Drake on the planet Calzar. There was a lot of, things that were enjoyable before Superman, and I liked them, and I was interested in them. But they just, at some point, they all start to blend together. They're all so similar in a way. Especially with even with Detective Comics, a lot of it is just so similar. The most unique thing is like Slam Bradley, and Slam Bradley's cool, but still, it all just blends together. But then you have Superman, and he's completely different. He's so unique and new, and it feels like a breath of fresh air every time you just see Superman in one of the comics. And also, that's basically my thoughts on why Superman got so popular. It makes sense. He was the most unique thing at the time. Now, I would like to talk about specifically. So that's basically also my reason for not talking about everything in detail, because I just don't have much to say. It's just so I'd just be rehashing points I've already spoken about. There's not much to say unless I want to summarize the plot, and no offense, the plots kind of aren't worth summarizing sometimes. But I do want to talk about specifically Action Comics issue 2, specifically the Superman story in that one, because it's really funny. Superman goes to a war. He joins a war. There's a war profiteer, right? He makes weapons. He manufactures weapons for the war. So Superman's way of fixing this is saying, hey, if you don't enlist in the war, I'm going to kill you. And then Superman also joins the war just to watch him, and it's really funny. It's really good. And what they don't tell you about these old Superman comics is he's funny. He's like a funny guy. Like not even like the stories are funny. Superman himself is like, he's like a funny guy. He's like a dry sort of humor in these books that you don't see in a lot of adaptations. He's sort of, it's hard to explain, but I think you get what I mean. He has just like a dry sense of humor, right? Like it's almost like a mean-spirited humor, but towards the people he's fighting, or towards the bad guys. And he's just really funny. It's funny. Superman is very well written and very funny, and it's good. And it's 100% Action Comics is the best book right now, and Superman is the best thing in it. My second favorite book is Detective Comics, and my second favorite story character in general is Slam Bradley. So we go Superman, Slam Bradley. Third would that's where it gets difficult, because again, everything just sort of blends together. I like all the Siegel Shuster stuff. They're definitely the best in this era. I like Dr. Occult. I like Slam Bradley and Superman, obviously. I like Bart Reagan's Spy. What was the other thing I was thinking about that I like? I like Federal Men. They just wrote a lot of good stuff in this era. And that's pretty much all I have to talk about. So today I read Action Comics 1, Detective Comics 6, Feature Funnies 9, More Fun Comics 32, New Adventure Comics 27, Action Comics 2, Detective Comics 17, Feature Funnies 10, More Fun Comics 33, New Adventure Comics 28. So that was the 10 I read today. So tomorrow, Nothing special is happening tomorrow. Thursday. Nothing special on Thursday. Friday. Nothing special on Friday. Saturday. Nothing special on Saturday. Sunday. Ooh. Ooh. Nothing special on Sunday. But there is a massive increase in output on Sunday when we get there. Which means on Monday next week, we get the first appearance of Batman. So in 6 days, we get Batman. And that's really where superheroes start to ramp up and more superheroes start to get introduced and things just get better. So, that is my video for today. I'll be doing videos every single day. The format will probably keep changing for a bit until I find a format that really works. But, thank you for watching. I'm RonaldHorn7. Leave a subscribe or a like if you want to, but you don't have to. You can also comment if you want to, but you don't have to. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!